Welcome to the Tax Sale Podcast, where tax sale investing is made easy. My name is Casey Denman. I'm a tax sale veteran. I am the tax sale expert. I'm the author of the Tax Sale Playbook, founder of the Tax Sale Academy, and I am your host right here on the Tax Sale Podcast. Thank you so much for joining me in today's podcast episode. As a reminder, this is a completely free podcast and it's brought to you through and because of the Tax Sale Academy. So if you are looking to learn how to make money with tax defaulted real estate, make sure you check us out at taxsaleacademy.com. Today I want to discuss something that many people in this business simply ignore. Now listen, I've been investing in tax defaulted real estate for over 20 years, and I can assure you that this is, in my opinion, the best business on earth. It provides the most opportunity for those looking to get into the real estate business. It's a business that's been around for hundreds of years. It works through all market ups, market downs. I've seen members that I have in the academy make tremendous amounts of money that otherwise had zero experience. I believe in this business, and I believe in going about your start in this business the correct way by learning. But today I'm not discussing any of that stuff. Instead, I want to discuss the bad news behind tax sale investing. I want to discuss some of the hidden challenges that often push people out of this business before they even get started. I want to discuss how you can overcome those challenges. So use this episode to help propel the learning that you do when you start off as a tax sale investor and the way that you approach the tax sale business. I've got 7 different topics I'll be touching on today. The first is that tax sale investing is very simple until it's not. You see, on the surface or in a 10-second clip that you find online, you're simply buying real estate that somebody didn't pay the taxes on. And then you're turning right around and you're reselling those properties and you're making a lot of money. Now, that is kind of true, but that also is like saying that you bake a cake with flour. Yes, that's accurate, but pretty far from the entire story. Unfortunately, there are a lot of different things inside of the tax sale business that often seem very complex. And we'll touch on a few of these in this podcast. But the business itself has so many different layers. And as you begin to peel each layer back, you begin to discover other things related to the first layer that become more and more confusing. Make no mistake about it. This is not like buying conventional real estate. You do not have a team of people walking you through the process. There's no realtors, no attorneys, usually they're working on your behalf, no title agents, no home inspectors, no lenders, literally nobody. You are that team. You are everything in a transaction when it comes to tax defaulted real estate, and you had better know exactly what you are doing. So grab my book, listen to these podcasts, watch my videos, join the Tax Sale Academy, find a mentor, whatever you do, learn. And learn from somebody who knows what they are doing. That is the solution to make this business easy. The next bad news for many is that this is a very research intensive business. If you hate being in front of a computer screen researching properties, this is probably not going to be the business for you. Sorry, there's a lot of aspects in this business that some people don't think is exciting. The county will typically provide you with a parcel number and a legal description. That's it. You then take that information and you figure out what the property consists of. Is it a mansion, a small house, a nice little vacant lot, or a strip of land that's 2 foot wide, a parcel underneath a pond, or a worthless utility easement? Nobody knows until you take the time to do that research. Obviously, this is a learned skill to make sure that you not only know exactly what you're buying, but to also ensure you don't overlook anything that'll kill your investment down the road. This is something that we dive deep into in the Tax Sale Academy. I have hours and hours of training on this topic alone because it is so important. Your research equals your results. And research is a learned skill that either takes years to perfect on your own or that you can learn from other people in your space. Next one. People hate this. It's a numbers game. The more properties you research, the more properties you place bids or make offers on, the more properties you see sold, the more properties you buy, and the more money you will make in that order. I get messages somewhat frequently from brand new investors that attend one auction and they're frustrated that they did not get a property that they wanted. One auction. And to be honest here, it's really a slap in the face to many veteran investors out there, and you guys watching this know exactly what I'm talking about. This is a numbers game. It takes time, it takes effort, and it takes getting yourself in front of as many properties as possible. Now, there are strategies to do this where you can search OTC lists for immediate buys. You can attempt pre-auction purchasing. You can become so efficient that you're researching and seeing 10,000 or more properties sold every single year like we do, that there are plenty of strategies around this numbers aspect. But in the end, don't just go to one auction and expect success. Please understand, it takes time, it takes numbers. The more you do it, the more success you will have. The next one, people hate this one too, competition. And this one kind of surprises me. People will tell me that they went to one auction or they did one strategy and there was competition there. So let me get this straight. You thought you were the only person on planet Earth who would be interested in that one property at a price low enough to make a substantial amount of money that you likely found very, very early in your career. Sometimes you can do that, but competition does exist. If the margins are not there, simply move on to another property. Speaking of competition, that brings us to a next point, which is one of the ways to avoid competition, and that is to start investing out of area. Maybe it is too competitive where you're at. Maybe they don't have the investment vehicle. Maybe you want to invest in tax liens and they only sell tax deeds, or vice versa. Or maybe it's just a super lousy market, in which case the solution is to invest out of area. But when I suggest this, people get shocked looks on their faces. I don't know anything about those other areas. So what? Learn. I've got members in the Tax Sale Academy who are from different continents that invest here. And get this, they do pretty dang good. I personally have not invested in my home market in many, many years. I routinely invest thousands of miles away. There are ways to do it, ways to learn about the different markets, and ways to take advantage of different markets that'll help you grow your business and your net worth. So don't be afraid to invest out of area. It is much, much easier than you might imagine once you learn what you're doing. The next bad news about tax sale investing is the properties come with Tidal Clouds. People with just a little bit of real estate experience hear the word Tidal Clouds when they relate to tax defaulted real estate and they panic. How am I supposed to sell these properties? Listen, when you buy real estate in the conventional world, maybe a house or a lot, maybe you went through a realtor, but you probably signed a contract. You showed up with some money and you went and you signed a whole bunch of paperwork at an attorney's office or a title company's office. As part of that paperwork, you also likely received some stuff, copies, and in that copy package was probably a title insurance policy. This is a policy that ensures there are no liens or mortgages against the property that you don't know about. It also ensures that the seller has the legal right to sell you that property, and it's not just some random person saying they own it. If there's an issue, you have title insurance that takes care of that issue. As a tax sale investor, it is different. We do not have those assurances because of the process, and accordingly, when we go to sell that property, we can't guarantee those assurances, so we can't sell it with title insurance. This is, again, where people panic. I had a realtor one time comment on YouTube and said, "You can't even sell tax sale properties because you can't get title insurance." That is an absolute lie. There's a lot of misinformation out there. There's a lot of misunderstanding out there, but there are steps you can learn and take rather painlessly that'll provide you with clear title and subsequently title insurance. And this is one that I found out the hard way as I discuss in Tax Sale Playbook. But Tidal Clouds, it's not that big of an issue. And the last bad news that I'm going to share today about the tax sale business is this. It's an art. It is not a science. There is no do this, this, and boom, you're going to be successful. It just does not work like that. Every single piece of real estate on planet Earth is different. Every single buyer is different. Every single chain of title is different. Every single investor is different. Every single auction is different. This is not a situation where you input 2 + 2 and it spits out 4. There is no concrete strategy or direction or number for every single deal that you're going to make. This isn't a savings account where you simply put your money into it and you collect 2.5% every single year. It takes you learning every aspect of this business so you can effectively make the best choice based on your own personal objectives. And of course, by the way, you're making a heck of a lot more than 2.5%. So there you have it. That's the bad news that I'm sharing today about tax sale investing. Of course, the good news is that once you put in a little bit of extra effort to understand these issues and to overcome these issues and any other hurdles in this business that you might face, you can build substantial wealth when done correctly. But expect some bumps in the road. Expect some stuff that's a little bit confusing, but be persistent enough to push through them and keep pressing forward. A little bit of education probably wouldn't hurt either. Listen, I've got hours and hours of trainings for you for free on my podcast and my YouTube channels. I've created an in-depth, step-by-step, extremely comprehensive training platform through the Tax Sale Academy. The resources are there for you to take advantage of them. It's just up to you to do so. That's all I've got for you today. I truly hope this helps you out. If you enjoyed this episode or any of the episodes here on the Tax Sale Podcast, please do me a huge favor. I don't charge a listing fee or membership fee for these episodes or anything like that, but your reviews mean a lot to us. So you simply taking a second to tap a 5-star review or leave a positive feedback comment greatly helps us out and might even serve to pay it forward to somebody else who learns about this incredible business because of you. Hey, as always, if we can be of any additional help, make sure you check out our website at taxsaleacademy.com. Take care and make it a successful day. We'll see you next time right here on the Tax Sale Podcast. Bye-bye.